Hello, my dears. I'm called Mr. Asnake from Ethiopia. I'm doing my work here at Wasa University as a physics lecturer. Today we will see about physical quantities and measurement. Great. እኔ መምህር አስናቀ ኃይሉ እባላለሁ። በአዋሳ ዩኒቨርሲቲ በፊዚክስ የትምህርት ክፍል በመምህርነት እያገለገልኩኝ እገኛለሁ። ውድ ተማሪዎቼ ይህንን ቻናል እንደምትመርጡ ለጓደኞቻችሁ እንደምታጋሩ ብሎም ደግሞ አስተያየቶቻችሁን እንደምትለግሱ በሙሉ ተስፋ እጠብቃለሁ። በጣም ጥሩ። Great. Physical quantity is nothing. It is a property of material. It is a property of material or system that can be quantified by measurement. That can be quantified by measurement and then followed by number and then unit. It can be expressed by numerical value and then unit. Great. And then its measurable characteristics that can be expressed, that can be narrated, that can be illustrated numerically with a unit. For instance, you may say, if a physical quantity is length, you may say 1 meter. If the physical quantity is mass, you may say 3 kilogram, for maybe 4 kilogram, and then etc. If the physical quantity is a time, you may say 1 hour, and then etc. Great. And then it is all physical quantity something you can measure or count. Great. Now, my dear students, can we see examples of physical quantities together? Great. Okay, the first example could be the length, the distance between 2 points of a material is known as length. And then this length can be narrated, number and then unit. The second will be the mass. As you know, mass is the amount of the matter in an object. Great. The third one is what you call it time, the duration of an event. As usual, this can be expressed by a number as well as by unit. The next will be temperature, the measure of how hot or cold something is. For instance, you may say 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You may say 273.17 Kelvin. You may say 20 degrees Celsius, and then etc. In such a way, the physical quantities can be illustrated. Other example will be the force. Example, you may say 10 Newton. You may say 5 Newton, 25 Newton, and then it's the next will be velocity. The next will be acceleration, and then electric current, as well the density. These are some examples of physical quantities. What is measurement? ምንድነው መለካት? መለካት ማለት አንድን ቁስ በዓለም አቀፋዊነት ተቀባይነት ባለው መሳሪያ ማነጻጸር ነው። ማወዳደር ነው። ይህ ነው መለካት ማለት። ጥሩ። If so, what is measurement? It is the act of comparing a physical quantity with a certain standard, with a certain noun, is known as measurement. It is the act of comparing a physical quantity with a certain standard. Great. The result is often expressed as a numerical value with a unit. ታዲያ አወዳደር ነው። አነጻጸርን። ካነጻጸርን በኋላ የሆነ ነገር መግለጽ አለብን። ስንገልጽ ታዲያ ምን ገልጸው ምን ያህል የሚለው ነገርንና ያ ማለት በቁጥር እና በአሃድ እናስቀምጣለን፣ እንገልጻለን። ንጽጽራችንን በዚህ መልኩ እናስቀምጣለን። እንደተባባልነው መለካት ማለት ማወዳደር አይደል? ካወዳደርን በኋላ ግን በቁጥርና በአሃድ እናስቀምጣለን ማለት ነው። That's good. Measurement involves comparing a known quantity or standard quantity to the unknown quantity being measured. Great. The another one is measurement instrument. እንግዲህ ፍሰቱን ልብ አርጋችሁ ተመልከቱ። ፊዚካል ኳንቲቲን አየን፣ ምሳሌዎችን አየን፣ ማነጻጸር ምን ማለት እንደሆነ አየን። ታዲያ ምናነጻጽርበትን መሳሪያ ማወቅ የለብንምን? ጥሩ። ግን ይህን የንጽጽር መሳሪያዎችን ከማወቃችን በፊት ሁለት አይነት አቀራረብ ወይም የንጽጽር ዘዴዎች እንበላቸው ይኖሩናል። አንደኛው የንጽጽር አካሄድ ሜትሪክ ዩኒት ይባላል። ሌላኛው ኦልድ ኢምፔሪካል ሲስተም ይባላል። ከኦልድና ከሜትሪክ ዩኒት እና ከኦልድ ኢምፔሪካል ሲስተም ሜትሪክ ዩኒት ተመራጭ ነው። ለምን ቢባል ከአንደኛው ዩኒት ወደ ሌላኛው ዩኒት ለመቀየር ወይም አንደኛው ዩኒት ከሌላኛው በ10 ይልቃል ወይም በ10 ያንሳል። በጣም ቀላል ነው ለመቀየር። ነገር ግን ኦልድ ኢምፔሪካል ሲስተም ይህ ትንሽ እንደ ሜትሪክ ዩኒት ቀላል አይደለም ስለሆነም ተመራጭም አይደለም great have to know first those systems great scientific measurements normally use metric units great metric units are a system of measurement based on power of 10 based on power of 10 great so this means based on power 10 means that each unit is 10 times larger or 10 times smaller than the next unit. If so, this system is very easy or appropriate to convert from one unit to other unit. This makes it is very easy to convert between different units. Great. But as I said, all empirical system is not that much easy as metric unit. The old empirical system was a system of measurement used primarily in British Empire. Great. It was based on units like foot, pound, gallon. Imperial uses complex relationships between units. That's why it's not simple as metric unit to convert from one unit to other unit. Great. For an instance, look here, my dears. 1 foot is equivalent with 12 inches. 1 pound is equivalent with 16 times or 16 ounces. Look here, 1 gallon is equivalent with 8 pounds. Great. If so, now we have to know about the instruments. Examples of measurement instrument include ruler or meter stick to measure what we call it length. Great. Of course, there are 3 commonly used instruments for measuring length. Those are meter stick, known as ruler, Werner clipper, and then the micrometer screw gauge. These are the 3 devices or instruments useful to measure the length. Great. Look, this is a meter stick or simply ruler. This meter stick is calibrated in a centimeters measure division, and then with the least count of millimeters. Great. The second instrument is known as Werner clipper. The Werner clipper used in length measurements that require better precision compared to the meter stick. Great. The burner is convenient when measuring small thicknesses. This is the picture of burner caliper and then its parts. Great. The third one is a micrometer screw gauge. It is, or simply micrometer screw, is used to measure even smaller dimensions than the burner caliper. The micrometer screw gauge are the main scale and then rotating scale. እንግዲህ ርቀትን ለመለካት በሁለት ነጥቦች መካከል ያለውን ርቀት ለመለካት ሶስት አማራጮችን አይተናል። እነዚህ ሶስት አማራጮች ለምን ተቀመጡ? አንደኛው ብቻ በቂ አይደለም ወይ? የነጥቦቹ ቅርብርቦሽ ወይም ጥግግነት ወይም መቀራረብ ባየለ ጊዜ ንጽጽራችን እሙን እንዲሆን ከሜትር ከሩለር ወይም ከሜትር ስቲክ ይልቅ ማይክሮሜትር ስክሩ ገዥን ወይም በርነር ካሊፐር እንመርጣለን። ከበርነር ካሊፐር ማይክሮሜትር ስክሩ ገዥን እንመርጣለን። ቅርብርብነቱ የሁለት ነጥቦች ቅርብርብነታቸው በጣም ባየለ ጊዜ ማይክሮሜትር ስክሩ ገዥ ከበርነር ካሊፐር በተሻለ ተአማኒ የሆነ ንጽጽር ይሰጠናል። በጣም ጥሩ። Great. This is known as micrometer screw gauge and then its parts. Another one is known as scale. Measures mass. This is known as triple beam balance. Great. Another measurement device or an instrument is known as thermometer. Thermometer is important an instrument and then which measures the temperature of a body or simply temperature. It measures temperature. Another instrument or device is known as a stopwatch, measures time. Ammeter measures electric current. Voltmeter measures voltage. So far we have discussed a lot about physical quantities. If so, we have to categorize physical quantities into two broad classes. እስካሁን ድረስ ፊዚካል ኳንቲቲ የሚባለው ነገር ምን እንደሆነ ለማየት ሞክረናል። ታዲያ ይሄ ፊዚካል ኳንቲቲ የሚባለው ነገር ለስንት እንከፍል ይሆን? ይህ ፊዚካል ኳንቲቲ የሚባለውን ለሁለት ክፋይ ወይም ክፍሎች እንከፍላለን። በአንደኛው ክፍል ያሉትን ዋንኞች እንላለን። እነዚህም በቁጥር 7 ናቸው። ሌሎቹ ሁለትና ከሁለት በላይ ዋንኞቹ ተዳቅለው ተጣምረው የሚሰጡ እነዚህ የሰረጹ የተገኙ ወይም ውልዲያን እንላለን። ጥሩ። Now physical quantities can be categorized or classified into two broad classes. which are known as basic physical quantities and then derived physical quantities. Now we'll see about basic physical quantities. Basic physical quantities are fundamental quantities that cannot be derived from other quantities. እነዚህ ከሌሎቹ ተዳቅለው ተጣምረው የተሰጡ ሳይሆን ራሳቸውን በራሳቸው በሚገባ መልኩ ሊገልጹ የሚችሉ ሙሉ የሆኑ ናቸው። ጥሩ። They serve as building blocks for other. እነዚህ አገልግሎታቸው ወይም የነዚህ ጥምረት ሌሎችን ያስገኝልናል። እነዛ ከነዚህ የሚገኙ ከነዚህ ጥምረት የሚገኙ derived ይባላሉ። በኋላ እናያለን። More complex physical quantities. Example of 7 basic quantities. What are they? Length, time, temperature, luminous intensity, amount of substance, mass, and electric current. Great. The derived physical quantity is another classification of physical quantities. They are essentially combination of basic quantities. Great. Here are some examples of derived quantities. Example, area. Derived from length, yeah? Length times length. That is known as area. The area as a result of the combination of two fundamental physical quantities. Other is known as volume. Length times length times length become a volume. How many basic physical quantities combined? 3. Length, length, length. And then length times, length times, length times. Another one is speed. As we know, speed is derived from length and time. Other is known as force. Great. Another very important thing is known as SI units. The International System Units. Basic and then derived units. There. Great. The SI unit is abbreviation for International System of Units. The SI system is widely used and has been adopted by most countries in the world. Great. They are based on 7 base units and then series of derived units. Very good. But the next subtopic is the conversion of units. If we are familiar about units, how we can convert a unit. How we can convert from one unit to other unit. Great. Look, my dears, measurements of physical quantities are expressed in terms of units. ካነጻጸርን በኋላ ቁጥርንና አሃድን ነው አይደል የምንጠቀመው? ስለዚህ ዓላማው ደግሞ ያን አሃድ ከአንደኛው አሃድ ወደ ሌላኛው አሃድ እንዴት እንቀይራለን ነው። ይህ ሂደት ነው conversion of unit የሚባለው, which are standardized values. Yes. So, to convert quantity from one unit to other, multiply by conversion factors. ከአንደኛው አሃድ ወደ ሌላኛው አሃድ ለመቀየር በኮንቨርሽን ፋክተር ማባዛት ነው። ጥሩ. That's fine. In such a way, በዚህ ሰዓት ወይም በዚህ መንገድ በዚህ ሁናቴ የምንፈልገውን አሃድ እንተካና የማንፈልገውን አሃድ በምንፈልገው አሃድ እንተካለን ወይም እናስወግዳለን. In such a way that you can cancel the units you want to get rid of and introduce the units you want to end up with. Great. In short, we'll see in the figures. Our target is to write off inch, foot, mile, pound, metric ton, ounce, liter, gallon, Fahrenheit, Celsius, and then replaced by meter, kilogram, cubic meter, and then Kelvin. So to do this, what we have to do? So to write off this and then to replace this, we have to use a conversion factor. For an instance, 2 inch is given to you, and then you may request to change 2 inch into meter. What you have to do? As you know, my dears, 2 inch means is simply 2 times 1 inch. Am I right? Yes. But 1 inch is equivalent with 0.0254 meter. So, just write off inch and then replace by 0.0254 and then multiply by 2. The same thing true, for instance, in the case of what you call it volume. Let it be 1 liter is given to you, and then you request to convert 1 liter to cubic meter. What you have to do? As you know, 1 liter means 1 times 1 liter. So, but we know that 1 liter is equivalent with 0.001 cubic meter. Therefore, we have to write off liter or 1 liter, and then we have to replace the by 0.001 cubic meter and then multiply by a number 1, and then it becomes 0.001 cubic meter. So the same thing holds true in the case of temperature. Great. This is all about our today's lesson or discussion. Thank you a lot, my dears.